Hi, I'm Caleb Knox, and I'm going to give my speech on the different types of baseball gloves for the different positions. But before I do, I'm going to show you my audience. Baseball gloves were first used in the early 1870s. Before that, men just used their bare hands to play. Albert Spalding was one of the first to use baseball gloves, and he was considered a sissy at the time. The earliest baseball gloves consisted of two pieces of leather sewn together with the fingers cut out just to add extra padding. As you can see in today's baseball games, the gloves have evolved quite a bit into more padding, more length, and easier to use for the game. The majority of people do not know that for the different positions, there are different types of glove used. Here with me today, I have 5 different types of baseball gloves for different positions in the game of baseball, and I'm going to specifically explain the different gloves and the reasons why they are made in different models and different sizes. I'll start with an infielder's glove. This is 11 1/4 inch glove. It's small and the fingers are short, and the model's small with a very small pocket. The reason for this is when a ground ball is fielded, there's usually not very much time for the baseball to get out of the glove and be thrown. That's why it's small, because you want to get the ball in and out quickly. The majority of infielder gloves are made between 11 3/4 inches just in order to get the ball in and out quickly. Next is the pitcher's glove. As you can see, the pocket in this glove is different. You can't see through it at all. Most pitchers use a glove with a pocket similar to this because when they're on the mound, they try to hide the baseball in order so the batter cannot see what they're going to throw them. Because there's different pitches, fastballs, curveballs, and they want to conceal that from the hitter. The majority of pitchers' gloves are a little bit bigger than infielders' gloves just for the fact that they don't have to be so concerned about getting the ball in and out quickly, but more concerned about hiding the ball and just having a comfortable fit on their hand. The next glove I'm going to show you is a catcher's mitt. As you can see, this is completely different than any other glove in the game of baseball. This glove is round, and it's not measured in inches, it's measured in circumference. So this glove is made round with padding on the outside like this in order to protect the catcher's fingers and his palm a lot more, because pitchers are throwing it to the plate a lot of times as hard as they can, where a glove such as a small little bitty infielder's glove wouldn't do the job for catching. It wouldn't last very long, and it wouldn't provide hardly any protection. So a catcher's mitt like this has padding all around it just in order to protect the catcher's hand and make it easier to receive baseballs coming at a very fast speed. The next glove that I have is a first baseman's mitt. As you can see, this glove is also very different than any of the other 3 gloves I've shown you this far. Alright, the first baseman's mitt is also a pretty large glove. It has a long thumb area and a long outside area, but the outside area has a big curve on it as opposed to having fingers. The glove's made this way because the first baseman has to stretch a lot for close plays. It's a larger glove, therefore they can reach to catch balls that would be out of reach with a little bitty glove. The reason why it's curved on the outside like this is because that makes it easier to catch balls that are low, and it makes it easier to catch balls that have bounced in the dirt. That way they can pick them. First baseman's mitts were not used ever since baseball gloves came out in the 1870s. These gloves started to develop more and more in the mid-1950s to 60s and became very, very popular in the late 60s and 70s within the big leagues, and now the majority of first basemen from Little League up pretty much are always using a first baseman's mitt. The next glove I'll show you is an outfielder's glove. This is a large glove, probably bigger than any of the gloves I've shown you this far. Outfielder's glove is specifically used by right field, center field, and left field outfielders. This glove right here is just over 12 inches long. As you can see, the model is a lot larger and the fingers are a lot longer. This has what you call a trapeze pocket. Outfielder's gloves have easy break-in because they're long and big gloves. They're made this way because outfielders have to make catches on the run. They have to make catches on the fence. They have to make catches on the dive. in order to stop any balls from hitting the ground. They just want to have as much reach as possible. The glove's also big because it's not as important for an outfielder to get the ball in and out near as quickly as an infielder would have to. They want to be able to cover as much ground as possible and to catch any ball that would be even slightly out of reach. Alright, these are the five main different types of baseball gloves. The majority of the baseball players on the field playing the 9 positions will be using one of these 5 gloves. The average person doesn't know this about the baseball gloves, but I'm sure after hearing this, hopefully I've helped you with your information about baseball gloves, and you will probably notice it next time you watch a baseball game. Thank you very much for your time.